Next week is the fall meeting of the MC, and the Fed will have to decide whether to slow down the rate hike or keep rates the same. What do you think will happen? Tell me what you think in the space below. Will the rate go down at last, or will it not happen until September? And it looks like September is the most likely month, but you never know. Please leave your ideas in the space below. Hello again, and welcome back to the crypto channel. Thank you to everyone who owns XRP for all the love and support. It really blew me away. If you check the crypto markets every hour, you can see that they are starting to go up again as we head into Friday morning. XRP is still down about 0.2%. Taking a daily look at the market, however, shows that most of it is still down. Bitcoin is worth $18,240,000,000, 0 cents, which means that the price of XRP, which is $38, 0 cents, is up 2.3% over the course of 24 hours. Trades are worth almost $9 billion, 0 cents. But as always, before we go any further, it's important to know that nothing on this channel should be taken as financial health. For any business, you should always learn more about it first before putting money into it. There is a record amount of M2 money in circulation around the world right now. Many people who like cryptocurrencies are very glad that the M2 supply has hit an all-time high. This is because Bitcoin has been negatively and positively linked to the M2 money supply. You can see this for yourself. Is the next wave in Bitcoin about to really happen? We'll find out in due course, huh? Of course, we need to keep this in mind. It's also fun to look at. This movie really made me laugh out loud. This is really funny. I'm sure everyone watches this. This video was shown as a joke when Trump met with Jerome Powell at the Federal Reserve. But again, they're not joking. They really mean it. It looked like a joke. The reporter asked Trump, what could Jerome Powell do to stop all the bad press about all day? He said Jerome Powell could bring down interest rates. I laughed and thought that was pretty much all I had to say. I thought it was funny how he just kind of shrugged it off. It did happen. Tell me what you think about it. There are now 35 public companies that hold 1,000 Bitcoin or more. This is up from 24 in the first quarter. Take it all in. That's a big jump. 35 big companies have more than 1,000 Bitcoin as of the first quarter of this year. Nearly 900,000 businesses now own Bitcoin. This will soon be the norm, and more of these big businesses will have Bitcoin. Let me repeat what I already said. Bitcoin is too pricey for most people to buy. Now is the time for big players to get in and really stack up BTC as much as they can. We talk about this because other digital things will get the same attention. Firms are likely to keep their balance sheets. A lot of people forget or don't notice that this is already starting to happen with XRP. We do not want to forget this, of course. Look at this. People will trade more often with coins that are accepted by ISO 2022. These people really did well after the bubble burst. Payment systems that work with cryptocurrencies will be able to use them to do business with other banks all over the world. That is money that can be used by there will be more trade in ISO, and cryptocurrency won't catch on because of a problem from the past. Because of this, coins that are part of the ISO system will be the most valuable after the bubble bursts. I agree with that completely. To say it again, this is where the cycle of every 4 years comes in. The projects that will make it are the ones that have a lot of uses and are important to organizations. Yes, you should always remember that. Now, this really stands out. Say hello to Stuart. It says that learning crypto feels too much to 55% of people who don't own it. It was found in the Q2 report from the National Crypto Association in the US that there was a very big schools gap. People need to understand crypto in order for it to be used responsibly. Our main goal is to make tools that are simple and don't use a lot of technical terms. The whole study is very interesting to read. That's about 5% of Americans who use crypto, while 80% don't. When we ask them what's stopping, they all say the same thing. It's not clear. Don't forget that this is going to be a big change. Ripple is trying to help people in the US learn more about crypto so that they can really understand it Don't forget how important it is to understand crypto either. You won't be able to pick and choose which cryptocurrencies to add. Also, this would be very helpful as Bitcoin gets more well known and more people use it. Still, it should show you how many people still don't get this stuff. It's crazy to think about. And there's something we can learn from this news. But look at this. The writer says it might cost you a lot to sell XRP quickly. He also talks about his $2 million, 0 cents loss with Bitcoins. A well-known author told people who bought XRP not to sell it during the recent drop, using his own experience with Bitcoin as an example. XRP's price has been going down since the end of its strong 4-week rise that started at the start of the year. It's pretty much the same as yesterday. This piece shouldn't be too dull for you. It sounds like this author thinks that people who sold Bitcoin early on when it was still very cheap made a mistake. They now have about $2 million, 0 cents that they didn't get. In the end, it all comes down to the basics. There's a good chance that you believe in XRP, have only committed what you can afford to lose, and are in it for the long term. You know this is a long-term bet on yourself, and you think XRP will do well. I believe this will be a main part of getting a lot of people interested in crypto. That means that dips like that will always happen. There will be times when things go backwards, and we should always keep that in mind. We haven't seen anything in the last 24 to 48 hours. If you've been here for a while, you've probably seen a lot worse. I would move if you want to stay for a long time. Okay, let's say you plan to stay for 5 to 10 years. Up until then, you don't really want to sell your XRP. You want to keep it for a long time and see where extra people go. You also have high hopes for XRP to really get a big share of the market, especially since ETF is calling for it from institutions. Things might have changed by then. People who are in it for the long haul should stay away from these moves that are used to trick someone. These people who run the market want to get rid of the weak hands. That side is not where you want to be. A lot of people might want to turn around and not sell. We can still learn from these mistakes. How much XRP grows will become clear over time. If they will keep getting new ideas to get there, it has been getting worse for over 10 years, of course. That's good to know. Time is more important though. Don't sell your XRP if you want to keep it for a long time. If you just want to make